Hey boys and girls, this is Mrs. Askins bringing you your science lesson for the week, and we're going to talk about air and wind. Air is all around us. It's a natural resource. We live in air just like a fish lives in water. We cannot see but we know it's there, and that is very important for us. Air is important to keep things alive. People and animals need air to live. We breathe in air and breathe out carbon dioxide. Plants take in carbon dioxide and put out oxygen, so plants help to clean our air, and people and animals and plants would all die without it. We need to keep our air clean, so breathing dirty air can make people and animals get sick. But cutting down too many trees means that there are less plants to clean our air, and cars and factories can make the air dirty. They put out air pollution, but we can reduce air pollution by not using the car, by walking or riding a bike instead. People cannot see air, but we can see when air pushes something. Moving air is called wind, and sometimes a wind can blow too hard and it can damage things. This is called a hurricane or a tornado. People use moving air. Moving air can push windmills, and windmills can be used to grind wheat for flour or to turn turbines and make electricity. We also use windmills to figure out what direction the wind is blowing from. People use air for other things too. We put air in our car tires and in our beach balls. We use air to fly kites and hot air balloons. We use air to dry our laundry. We also use fans to create wind to cool ourselves down. Air is very important to us. All right, I'm going to show you some things that depend on air. Airplanes depend on air. Hot air balloons, ceiling fans, paper airplanes, propellers. Without air, they wouldn't work. Let's look at some more things that depend on air. We couldn't blow bubbles. Air conditioners, we couldn't use air. Balloons, we couldn't blow up balloons. And birds could not fly. We talked about windmills. The top one is for electricity. The middle one is to grind grains. And then we couldn't see a pinwheel spin if it wasn't for air, or our flags blow in the wind. And seeds would not go in the wind, and so that they can spread and grow. We're going to do some experiments. So let me move this over a little bit. Because we've been talking about wind, I wanted to show you my tornado machine. Here it is right here. And like I said, wind happens when warm air moves up and cooler air moves in to replace it. Warm and cool temperatures affect the wind, speed, and direction. Wind direction is where the wind comes from. Well, when wind blows with more and more force, a windstorm develops. And there are many kinds of windstorms, and often they cause damage. There's gales and hurricanes and tornadoes. Well, I'm going to show you this little machine here and tell you about different kinds of tornadoes. All right, this machine doesn't show what F0 does, but an FO, the winds blow 40 to 73 miles per hour, and it produces light damage, like to chimneys and blows branches off trees, and maybe some damage to signs. Well, I'm going to show you an F1. You'll see here it's starting to spin. An F1, the wind is moderate, and the wind blows 73 to 112 miles per hour, and you can see it's starting to develop. It can overturn mobile homes and push cars off the road. All right? F2. You can see it's starting to swirl a little bit more and cause more damage at the bottom. An F2, the wind blows 113 to 157 miles per hour, and it can overturn boxcars, demolish mobile homes, and snap large trees in half. All right, so I'm going to turn it up for an F3. You can see how much more damage would start happening. There's a lot more activity at the bottom, and it's getting bigger. An F3 is severe storm. The wind blows 158 to 206 miles per hour, and damage to structures can be severe. The roof of a well-constructed house can be completely torn off. All right, here is F4. You can see it's even getting stronger. These winds blow 206 to 261 miles per hour, and it is devastating. Houses are leveled, some blown off to a far distance. Cars are thrown and disintegrated, and large missiles are generated from like trees and flying debris. And trees in the forest are uprooted and carried a distance away. And the last one is an F5, and you can see how much stronger it is. And in F5, the wind blows 261 miles an hour to 318 miles an hour. And these tornadoes lift and blow strong buildings away. They cause cars and trucks to fly through the air. So I just wanted you to see my little tornado machine. I'm going to turn it down and go all the way down. Okay, and then that's... So I also wanted to show you, we talked about how you can't see air, but in here you can see I've blown some air, and even though you can't see it, we know it's there and it takes up space. See how I'm pushing that together? So we know that there is air in this bag. All right, now I'm going to take you outside for a couple of experiments. All right, first, on our way out, you can see our chicks that we hatched. They are growing. I had to put wire on top because they got a little wild this morning and were trying to fly. So now we're going to go outside, and I'm going to show you the weather vane that I made. It rained just a minute ago, so I had to stop. And let's see, I've got it pointed to north, all right, but right now the wind's not blowing very much. It's very light, and it's coming out of the north just a little bit. All right, now my husband's going to drop a helicopter. This shows you how things use the air, okay? He's going to drop this one. It does not have any rotors, so this is a helicopter without rotors. Let's see what happens to it. Go ahead. Not much. All right, let's see what happens with the one that has rotors. Ooh, see, that's what happens. It's using the air with its rotors to fly, just like a helicopter. Let's do that one more time. Now the wind's trying to blow. Woo! Very good. Okay, I hope you learned something today.